Welcome to Sipnayan Talk. My dear grade 9 students, our topic for today is all about quadratic equation by extracting the square root. Good day, everyone. Welcome to Sipnayan Talk. Our lesson for today, my dear grade 9 students, is all about quadratic equation by extracting the square root. In defining this topic, we need to first identify the terms included. The first term is quadratic equation. So when we see quadratic equation, it is a polynomial by degree of 2, which is written in standard form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So another square root. So square root, a number that when multiplied by itself equals to the original number. So how we can differentiate it? For example, square root of x squared is equal to x. Square root of 81 is equal to positive and negative 9. Square root of 64 is equal to positive and negative 8. And square root of 25 is equal to positive and negative 5. As you observe, we include positive and negative sign because positive and negative sign is equal to the answer or a variable inside the square root. For example, negative 9 times negative 9 is equal to positive 81 and positive 9 times positive 9 is equal to 81. Then, extracting the square root. So when we extracting the square root, it involves isolating the square and then apply the square root property. So what is square root property? So when we say square root property, if b is a real number and a squared is equal to b, then a is equal to positive and negative square root of b. So for example, x squared minus 9 equal to 0. So first, we need to transpose negative 9 to another side. So in transposing, we need to change the sign. So x squared is equal to positive 9. Then we proceed to extracting the square root. Square root of x squared is equal to square root of 9. By extracting the root, is equal to x is equal to positive and negative 3. Now, we proceed to the examples of quadratic equation by extracting the square roots. In this example, as we notice, it's a perfect square because this kind of number, as we multiply by itself, the answer is inside the square root. For example, the square root of 1 is equal to positive and negative 1. Then square root of 4 is equal to positive and negative 2. Square root of 9 is equal to positive and negative 3. Square root of 16 is equal to positive and negative 4. Square root of 25 is equal to positive and negative 5. And then square root of 36 is equal to positive and negative 6. In this other example, it is not perfect square. However, we need to simplify it in order to get the square root. So for example, the square root of 45. 45 is not a perfect number. So we need to find its partner that's perfect number, so the other will be outside the square root and the other is inside the square root. So this 9 times 5 is equal to 45. So as we solve, square root of 9 is equal to 3. So 3 will be outside of the square root and the square root of 5 will be remain inside. So the answer, positive and negative 3 is square root of 5. And the second example is square root of 8. Same as the square root of 45, it is not a perfect number. So we need to find its partner. So 4 times 2 is 8. Square root of 4 is equal to 2. So the answer, positive and negative 2 is square root of 2. Now, in this example, 4x squared is equal to 12. So as we follow the step, write the original expression. Then, as we write the original expression, we proceed to second step, divide each side by 4. we need to divide by 4 in order to x squared be remain and in order to easy to extract the roots. So 4 divided by 2 is equal to 1. 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. So in third level, extract the square root. So square root of x squared is equal to square root of 3. So square root of x squared is equal to x. And then square root of 3 is equal to positive and negative 3. Then, in this example, 3x squared plus 7 is equal to 55. So we need to find a way in order 3x squared will be left and negative 7 when we go on the other side. So in transforming the other number, we need to change the sign. In this example, it shows why we put negative 7. The main goal why we put negative 7 is because we need to zero this number in order to 3x squared be left. So as we can solve, 3x is equal to 48. So we need to divide it by 3 to remain x squared. So divided by 3, so x squared is equal to 16. Then x squared is equal to square root of 16. So our final answer is x is equal to positive and negative 4. So for another example, negative 3x squared minus 6 is equal to negative x squared minus 12. So our main goal is transform negative 6 to another side and negative x squared to another side. So first, negative 6. So 3x squared minus 6 plus 6. In order to become 0, then we need to add positive 6 as we add in this side. So negative x squared minus 12 plus 6. So negative 3x squared equal to negative x squared minus 6. Then, the second step, negative x squared. So negative x squared we transpose into positive. So negative 3x squared plus x squared is equal to negative x squared plus x squared minus 6. So magiging 0. So negative 2x squared is equal to negative 6. We multiply negative 2 to cancel out. So negative 6 as well as negative 2. So the remain x squared is equal to 3 as we square root of x squared plus equals square root of 3. So the final answer, x is equal to positive and negative square root of 3. So for the last example, it is not same with the previous example. Now it's called binomial with extracting the square root. So first, x minus 3 squared is equal to 7. The first thing we do, use the square root, so we'll be cancel the squared and the square root. So the remain is x minus 3 and equal to square root of 7. So x minus 3 is equal to positive and negative square root of 7. So we transpose negative 3 to another side, it will become positive. So the answer, x is equal to 3, positive and negative square root of 7. Now, students, it's your turn to try the exercises in quadratic equation by extracting the square root. So number 1, 5x squared is equal to 7. Number 2, b minus 3 squared is equal to 4. And then number 3, 2x squared plus 3 equals 11. I hope you get the answer by learning this lesson. Thank you for watching Kapit Teacher, Teacher Ryan. And I hope you learned from this lesson titled Quadratic Equation for Squares. Thank you for watching.
I'm just glad to be here, happy to be alive. And it don't matter if you're by my side.